in this show, give you our thoughts and opinions, and just let you know exactly what's going on if you don't know. But do us a favour at the start of this stream and smash that like button on it. Give it a massive like spike. Hit the thumbs up. That will boost us up on the algorithm and help the channel out. Also, share it around on social media if you're that way inclined. We have pinned the tweet to the top of the live chat, so please do go and get yourself involved by sharing it around. And subscribe, of course, if you're new. Anyway, so, yes, Cristiano Ronaldo has been speaking to Piers Morgan, of all people, some Arsenal scumbag, and doing a tell-all interview just after Manchester United's games before the World Cup as well. I mean, this is something that's obviously been recorded a week ago, a few days ago, whatever it was. And now they've chosen to release it, obviously, at this moment, just right at this moment. I mean, it's absolute shithousery and disgusting behaviour from Cristiano Ronaldo. There's no other way of getting around it. I mean, there's things that Ronaldo said in this interview that I agree with, and there's things that I definitely disagree with, and we're going to cover those in a moment. But fundamentally, he shouldn't be going behind the club's back. He shouldn't be, you know, separating himself, segregating himself from the club and the team. Just a couple of weeks ago, this man was captain in the side, for fuck's sake. He's literally wearing the armband. He's been given the armband and trusted to lead this side as a captain, and just a short week later, the twat's doing interviews with Arsenal scummers out in the club and out in players and members and other staff and that sort of stuff. It's one thing to come out and say, fucking hate the Glazers, which is absolutely spot on. The Glazers, the ownership of this club, we know there's a big problem here. But to criticise your teammates, to criticise your coach, ex-coaches, it's bang out of order from Cristiano Ronaldo. And it's probably the last time this guy's ever going to play for Manchester United again. Because you cannot carry on like this. You cannot, put yourself in a position where you seem to be thinking he's bigger than this football club. It doesn't matter who you are. You're not bigger than Manchester United Football Club. And certainly Cristiano Ronaldo isn't, and many superstars have come and gone before that will not. So he will be dealt with, and I'm sure he'll be sacked off in January. But it's just such a shame, that he's come out and done this. Because the headline reads, one of the most sort of biting headlines from this whole interview is the fact that I feel betrayed. I feel betrayed by Manchester United. You shouldn't feel betrayed by Manchester United. They're paying you £500,000 a week, you tosspot. It's us who should feel betrayed. We thought we were getting somebody back who cared and loved and wanted to be part of this team. But no, turns out it's just somebody big bollocks who's in it for themselves and doesn't really want to, get their head down and focus on the task at hand. Would rather just throw their toys out the pram constantly and be a complete shit show for the rest of the team. It's unbelievable, guys. I'm very much disappointed with Cristiano Ronaldo and his behaviour. We're going to cover what he said now. But just the fundamental reaction to this is that Ronaldo's completely in the wrong. There's ways and means of doing things, and this is not the way. You don't air your dirty laundry in public in regards to your employer, Manchester United, who, let's face it, are paying him good money to be a player for them. And we've just said literally a short while ago, he's captain in the team. So let's get into some of the things that have been said. So essentially also one of the things that he did say was that he felt like Manchester United was not there for him during, the passing of his child, all this sort of stuff. I mean, look, it's a very sad situation and it's very tough indeed for everybody involved. But they did give him time away. He had pre-season away from Manchester United. It's a tough time. I mean, if you're a regular person with a regular job, you've also be given some time off of work, but ultimately you've got to get on with your career at some point. I'm not saying it's going to be easy. Mentally, it must be a very difficult year for him and his family, but I don't think we can even bring that into the equation because he was given extra time and space and all that kind of thing, to chill out in Portugal for a while before, pre-season properly got going, all that sort of stuff. So I just think we could just write that bollocks off immediately, to be fair. I mean, look, I'm not trying to sound like I've got no compassion for it. It's a tough time. Why are we talking about that though? The two are not linked. He's here to play his football. That's not the issue. The issue is how he's playing his football, why it's being so bad, and that's what he's unhappy about mainly, okay? So if you think about what he said, right, this is what he said, folks. Ultimately, he says, Cristiano Ronaldo said that Man United will require huge changes to become title challengers again. You have to destroy it to rebuild it. And if they start with me, for me, it's not a problem. I love Manchester United. I love the fans. They're always on my side, right? Not this time, Cristiano Ronaldo. because there's things said in this interview. If that's all he said, if he's gone on a barrage about how shithouse the Glazers are and that they haven't invested fully in all areas, which he said some things, he said some things like this, that the club are not where they need to be, etc. He's also said things like things just haven't really changed at Manchester United since he was there. Things like jacuzzis and dressing rooms, and it's all the same as when he was there. He was expecting some sort of progression, some sort of investment, some sort of improvements in technology and things like this. And it hasn't happened since he was gone, which I completely understand. That is an absolute disgrace. The Glazers shithousers letting everybody down again there, of course, with their disgusting behaviour and the fact that they don't invest fully in various areas of this team. Okay, so there is that. Ronaldo's got a point on that one. Nice one, Cristiano. Thanks for highlighting the fact that the Glazers are absolute shithousers and not mentioning that your coach is not doing his job properly or that you are being forced out of the club. Let's get into the rest of what he said, because that is the tamest of the tame. He said this. He said to Piers Morgan, this is from Fab Romano's Twitter account. It says, Man United tried to force me out. Not only the manager, but the other guys who were around the club. I felt betrayed. I feel that some people didn't want me at Manchester United, not only this year, but last season too. I mean, who the fuck are we talking about here, man? We signed him in last season. We didn't want him there last season. I mean, well, Ralph Rangnick's come into it. He's been slagging Ralph Rangnick off. Ralph Rangnick's in a tough situation. He's trying to deal with all these big egos in a shit show team. Ollie certainly wanted him. Ollie certainly played him. Ollie certainly signed him. So that's not the case. But anyway, he said Rangnick isn't even a coach. Nothing changes. They've stopped in a time that has surprised me a lot. So he's basically just said Rangnick's a load of shite, basically. I mean, how disrespectful is that? You might not agree with Rangnick. I personally, think Rangnick was not up to the task at Manchester United either. But if I was Cristiano Ronaldo in his position, I wouldn't be coming out slagging somebody off who's not even at the club anymore, who only came in with good intentions, who only said things that were true, and who got sacked off ultimately for his opinion. I think Ronaldo's bang out of order for even mentioning Rangnick's name at all in this situation, so he could just shut up about Rangnick. You know what I mean? There's no need for it. He also said in regards to Erik ten Hag, he said, I don't have respect for him because he doesn't show respect for me. Doesn't show respect for me? You mean like allowing you back into the team after you've left the club a few minutes early before the end of the game? And letting all his teammates down and undermining the team? Is that what? And then also making you the fucking captain against Aston Villa a couple of bloody games ago. You think that's a lack of respect after the way that Ronaldo's played this season as well? Not being funny, maybe the team hasn't been utilising his talents. We haven't been feeding him. It hasn't been, service galore for Cristiano Ronaldo at the top of the pitch. I'll tell you something though, he's lucky to be even playing at all with how shit he's been for anybody's standards, really. It's not like he's been banging in a load of goals and taking games by the scruff of the neck and being that clutch winner that he was for us last season, which he was. But he's not been it this season for Ten Hag at all. So why Ten Hag's not obligated to play him just because he's on $500,000 a week, just because he's Cristiano Ronaldo, the Billy Big Bollocks, space hopper cock himself, it doesn't make a blindest bit of difference to Rangnick, to Ten Hag. He's looking at who's the best players for his team. And if you've got somebody that's leaving early and somebody that's not fully committed to the club, it's not going to be you then, is it? And that's what Ronaldo's been doing in regards to his behaviour, doing things like leaving early, being critical, being petulant, and, he's acting like an absolute child, in all fairness. And, that's probably it. I mean, Ten Hag now needs to show complete discipline, dominance, and just sack Cristiano Ronaldo off. I never thought I'd say it, really, guys, but he's got too big for his boots. Cristiano Ronaldo, as much as he's right about the Glazers shithouses not being a good enough owners and running this team into the ground, it's not people like Ten Hag's fault. Ten Hag is demanding respect. Is Ronaldo thick in the head? How does he think that Ten Hag is going to command respect from the team if he's got somebody, a senior character in the squad who's leaving early and he can't even discipline him? You've got to stick to the plan. You've got to lead by example. You've got to help Ten Hag out. You've got to help him out, not hinder him. And that's what Cristiano Ronaldo's doing. If he really truly cared, he wouldn't be hindering Ten Hag. He would just be focusing on working. He doesn't care, does he? He's in it for himself. He's a tiny bollock man. And if he was in, playing for a Champions League team, scoring a few Champions League goals, even if the team wasn't doing great, he'd probably be happy. Because it's all about his own inflated personal fucking ego. It seems. Oh, Ronnie Dodge, thank you for your super chat here, man. He says, Cristiano Ronaldo has to go. What a knob. Let's just get a vote in the live chat real quick, guys. Do you want Cristiano Ronaldo to stay, or do you want Cristiano Ronaldo to go? Where are we at? For me now, I don't see how his position is tenable anymore. It's got to the position where all of his teammates know that he's coming out with this, obviously these barbed quotes, and he's disrespected the current regime, the current manager, the previous manager, coaches, players, staff, etc. It's one thing to disrespect the owners, but you cannot start dissing your teammates. Mr. Sir Alex Ferguson, I shouldn't say Mr. Sir, that's stupid, but Sir Alex Ferguson, you know what I mean? Sir Alex Ferguson, whenever there was anybody who stepped out of line, such as, Yap Stam writing some stuff in his book, or Roy Keane criticising his teammates on MUTV, or whatever it may be, when you are going against the grain of the team, when you're going against the team, and now you're undermining people's positions, whether it be senior fit players, or whether it be coaching staff, or the manager, if you start to undermine these people, then you've got to get out. Everybody has to be put in the same direction. That's what makes great teams. I don't think you can have a team where, you've got a player like Cristiano Ronaldo who is warring with the manager or other players, or, it's just not going to happen. You've got to be professional, and he's not being professional whatsoever. Zayn Miasi, thank you for the super chat. He says, Pig, you were very lucky today, grinding out again, Garnacho. Martinelli way better than Sterling Sancho. Fuck off, Zayn Miasi, my son. Do one. We've got bigger pressing issues at hand to talk about some bullshit. Arsenal Holland's milked off team. Here's a quote for you, Zayn Miasi, which you'll fucking love, mate, and I fucking hate. And this is what it is, bro. Cristiano Ronaldo said, you have some things inside that don't help us reach the top level as City, Liverpool, and even now Arsenal. Is he taking the fucking piss? I mean, is he actually taking the piss, this Cristiano Ronaldo twat? Even now Arsenal? Excuse me, what? What are you on about, Cristiano Ronaldo? Are you fucking mental? He's just fucking fucking notching off the teat of Piers Morgan there, trying to inflate his fucking ego, get him on the side or something. Don't know what it is, but now he's praising bloody Arsenal Hollands. What's the matter with this twat? Has he not been watching Arsenal over the last 15 fucking years? Anyway, so Cristiano Ronaldo chatting mad shit in this interview, guys, saying that the club are trying to force him out. He says, not only the manager trying to force me out, but the other guys who are around the club. I felt betrayed. I feel that some people didn't want me at Manchester United, not only this year, but last season also. And he doesn't have respect for Ten Hag because he doesn't have respect for me. That's what he said as well. What a pathetic individual. Even though just 2 games ago, Ten Hag respected him enough, even after the behaviour and the stunt that he pulled leaving early, to give him the armband to lead out Manchester United. Just because it didn't go his way. Just because he didn't win the game. Just because he didn't get a hat-trick. Now he's got a problem. What's that all about? I mean, it's disgusting, despicable behaviour from CR7, the GOAT here. He might be a GOAT. He might be a legend in this football club. He's completely unravelled his legacy at this football club, mate. Completely unravelled it with this behaviour. Fair enough if you want to leave. Do the business in January. We're only 6 weeks away. There's a World Cup break. There's no good excuse. Get your head down, shut the fuck up, and leave in January. Do one in January. Mutual consent if needs be. Have the conversation behind closed doors. Leave in January. You do not come out just before the World Cup here now. There's 6 weeks left to stew in all this business and do what he's done here. It's super unprofessional and, that's it. As far as I'm concerned, Cristiano Ronaldo will probably never play for Manchester United again, and he's completely undone his legacy, this football club, by his actions and his outright petulance. Look, he's not undone the previous 7-year spell, obviously, where he's won the fucking Ballon d'Or and we've had a successful spell. He's definitely tarnished it, though. He's definitely, undone the good last season where we all thought we got our GOAT back and who's here for the right reasons, who's here to try and help the team. Yeah, okay, I get it. Ronaldo has been disappointed with things at United. He wanted us to invest. He wanted us to be able to challenge and compete for trophies. Like, he's at that stage of his career. He needs to be doing that. But even so, you if it doesn't work out, you stay professional, keep your head down, and go at the nearest available opportunity. You don't do this. You don't do this. It's a blatant disrespect to everybody, Ten Hag and everyone. I feel for Ten Hag, he's trying to get in a certain direction. He's got this absolute prima donna meltbag to deal with all the time now, who's coming out in the media saying atrocities. Think about this. Ten Hag's just chilling out after this Fulham game. All of a sudden, they've broken this news. They've chosen to break this news at this time because this is a pre-recorded interview, obviously. They could have chosen to break it and drop it any time. But this information's coming out. The full interview will be coming out soon. And it's just like, the timing is absolutely impeccably gash for these people. It couldn't be more of a shit show if they tried. So Ronaldo gets a big fat L from me on this one. He takes a rare L in my eyes, because there's just no need for any of this. Come out and say you're very disappointed with the Glazers and how the facilities are shit at the football club and how the stadium's gash and how, it's not up to date technology-wise with some of the other stadiums and blah, blah, blah. And we're being massively left behind and we needed to invest and get this player and that player. We didn't. That's fair enough. I would have praised him for that, for highlighting the issues at this football club. The fact that the Glazer shithouses are a disgrace. And he said himself he's prepared to go out on his shield if they make an example of him or whatever, and if this breaks his time at Manchester United, because he thinks that United needs to be completely rebuilt from the ground up, which in some regards is true. But it's not his place right now to say all these negative things about Ten Hag or Rangnick and people like that. That's not his place. It would have been a bold move to nail himself to the cross and say Glazer's out. But what he's done is nail himself to the cross and say, I'm being forced out even though he's just been made captain, or I'm being disrespected even though he's clearly been respected, even though he has shown blatant disrespect. So, I'm very disappointed with Cristiano on this one. Zami Ashley says, Ronaldo join Arsenal and win the league with us. United too far behind us, Ten Hag just got there. Do you know what, Jamie Ashley? Fucking have him, mate. You can fucking have him, bro. He's over the hill and far away anyway. Look, he's still an incredible player. I'm sure he's still walking to most teams in the world when he's actually on it. But who needs that mentality? Who needs that ego, bro? To be honest, he'd be making Mikel Arteta cry after about a week, mate, of just pure blatant disrespect and ego prima donna guff to deal with. So, we don't even need that sort of mentality. I'd rather have a team of workhorses, a team of people who just get their head down and work hard for each other than any prima donna ego melts. Historically, half of those players don't do well in teams anyway, whether it's twats like Eden Hazard or whoever. Thank you, Palmarius, for getting your super chat in, bud. He says, the chances he's had this season, and he's bottled it every time. He needs to stop blaming everyone else and take a look in the mirror. Great comment, Palmarius. What a great comment, because he has been given loads of chances this season. He might have been left out once or twice here and there for tactical reasons, but also for the reasons like you just said, like he's bottled all the chances that he's been given. And you can't just keep handing out brandishing chances to people who are not going to take them, regardless of who they are. And Ronaldo's not played well this season, hardly at all for us. Couldn't agree more. He's messed up, hasn't he, Tom Teasy? Get him out now, says No Sash Done. I don't think he knew how bad things were. Well, there you go, Big Bear. I mean, we did finish second, didn't we? We got to a Europa final. We was probably thinking with Varane coming in, one or two other, the United were on the right track to getting back, and he could be a big part of that. The bubble burst, didn't it? Pretty soon after Ollie got sacked. Chloe Jenkins, thank you for your £5 super chat there. Chloe says, respect. This is a guy that smacks a kid's phone out of his hand. That's assault. Chloe Jenkins, well, there you go. That was another example of his petulance. I mean, that kid might have been giving him a bit of fucking aggro, but he's a professional athlete who's, had to come up against that level of stick many, many times. I mean, you've got to have a bit of a stiffer upper lip than that, Cristiano. So you're absolutely right. I mean, look, I know he's had a very tough time of it in his personal life this year, which we will cut him a little bit of slack for, of course, because that is a horrendous thing to happen to any family. However, this is probably the most petulant spell in his career, guys, and he just needs to do one, really, leave Manchester United and go and join Sporting. Go and join Sporting. Sporting are a good club, but they're not Manchester United. It might be competing in Champions Leagues and things like that in the group stage and all that kind of shite. But, that's what I mean. It's just you're trading one great club for a lesser club, unless he goes to one of the top clubs, which in my opinion probably won't want him right now. So we'll see what goes on. By the way, guys, we've got 387 legends in here. We've got 115 likes on the stream. That's good, but we can do even better than that, my friends. So smash that like button on it, give it a huge thumbs up, and help us get to 200 likes on this stream, this little late night impromptu stream with the breaking news. Drop a thumbs up on it. Hit the subscribe button also if you are new to the channel, so you can get your thoughts and opinions in the live chat throughout as we go. So please do get in there and say hello. Hello there, Leanne, Omeo as well, Connor, Boise, Ellie getting in here. She says, like the stream and sub, guys. Thank you very much, Ellie. Hope you're good tonight. Please do, as she says, and smash that like button. Sibbo, thank you for the super chat, and he comments, Portugal will fall at first round because of him. Well, I don't know about that, because he seems to actually care about Portugal. That's the difference. Over the last few months, he's not really shown much team spirit, much real feelings towards Manchester United. fighting deep, blood and guts, sweat and tears, that kind of thing. He does do that for Portugal. I haven't really seen that for Manchester United this season. Now, I don't know what it is, whether he just feels like the squad wasn't up to it. He did wait a month into the transfer window before he kicked off about wanted to leave and join a different club, blah, blah, blah. And they didn't provide the team we needed. But we did sign a lot of players in the end. We spent 220 million. Things were not built in, Rome wasn't built in a day, and Man United need a bit of time with Ten Hag to get in the right direction. It's only bloody November, and he's already kicking up a massive fuss and a stink. It's just because he's not the one who's being the golden boy at the football club. He's not the one who's, being played to. He's having to fit into a different system, which he doesn't like. Ten Hag's rigid in the sense that he wants to play a certain way, and he doesn't want to really accommodate Ronaldo needlessly. If it's going to benefit the team for a certain game, he will play him, of course. But if it's not going to benefit the team and he can see a better path to victory without Ronaldo playing, then he's going to do that one as well. So I just feel like Ronaldo's overstepped the boundaries no matter what. And think about if it was Sir Alex Ferguson or any other of the managers, no matter who it was, they'd have got rid of him now. And he's even spoken about Sir Alex Ferguson as well, Cristiano Ronaldo here. Nothing bad, obviously, but he said that Sir Alex Ferguson knows better than anybody that the club is not on the path they deserve to be. He knows, everyone knows. Well, we do know that. We know that the Glazer shithouses have ruined this football club and they were not on the right path as quickly as we should be, and that is true. That's one of the only sort of legit things I think Ronaldo has said. I've got no problem with him criticising the ownership and the hierarchy at the top of the football club. But I do have a problem with him outright saying Ten Hag's doing a bad job, or not doing a bad job, sorry. He said that he doesn't respect him because he doesn't respect himself. So I don't respect that. He can't be saying things like that about our coach. Look, we've got no massive affinity with Ten Hag, but I'll tell you something. Us as Manchester United fans, we realise that it doesn't happen overnight, that he has actually shown good qualities and good glimpses, and he's been quite no-nonsense. And in some ways, he's got, disciplinarian vibes of which we haven't really seen properly since the likes of Fergie. He's showing good glimpses. It's not like he's got us winning, playing amazing football just yet. Look at that game again today. We won the game, but only just. We didn't play well, but it's not going to all happen overnight. It's November, for fuck's sake. We know as fans that he needs time. He needs backing. I don't see why Ronaldo can't see that. A guy's come in, he's been here a few months, and you're already getting on his back publicly, slagging him off, stating that you don't respect him. How much of a disgrace is that? This guy was his captain a week ago, and he's come out saying he doesn't respect the current guy. It's ridiculous. So he is unlikely to play for Manchester United again. Looks like he's going out in the worst possible of ways in a disgrace. It's not looking good. He did say things like nothing changed at Manchester United, not only the jacuzzi, the pool, even the gym, even some points of technology, the kitchen, the chefs, who I appreciate, lovely people. I thought I would see different things, technology, infrastructure. So I get that he's unhappy with the overall running of the club, and he thought it was a big, awesome Goliath of a football club like it was back when he was here the first time around, I suppose. But then we had the Sir Alex Fergie effect. Surely he's seen that Man United have been struggling in recent years compared to then. He knew what he was getting into, and plus, even if he didn't know what he was getting into, bloody hell, what I wouldn't do to have a job like Cristiano Ronaldo, where, you get paid £500,000 a week to, get given the captain's armband and go out there and play football and represent your team and, be a superstar. Man, oh man, oh man, he doesn't know he's born, does he? He's one of the most privileged people in the world. Look, he's worked very hard to get where he is. But fucking deflate your ego, son. Who is he now? Who's he turned into? This isn't the Cristiano Ronaldo that we know and love. Something's happened to him, man. He's gone over to the dark side. Zayn Miasi, thanks for your super chat, pal. He says, Pig, Liverpool are starting to get in gear and Newcastle on a roll. Do you think you will finish higher than them? City and Arsenal on for second and first. I think we will get top four just about that. Yes, I think we'll probably get fourth place, mate. I do, yeah. Thank you for your question there, Zane. Arsenal will bottle it up at some point. Don't think you're going to get first place, but at the moment you are doing very well. Thank you, Zane. We've got another one from Chloe as well. Thank you, Chloe. Comments, if he behaved, he would have had a statue. Silly boy. Yeah, so true, so true. If Michael Jackson can get one outside of Fulham, then Cristiano Ronaldo could have definitely got one outside Old Trafford. And that's the thing. He hasn't set himself up in a Good place to do that, Azzy. You're absolutely right. And Max Martinez is right. He says CR7 is not bigger than the football club. Sir Paul Scholes, thanks for being a member and getting your highlighted comment in here for 14 months. Let's get a 14 in there for Scholesy. He comments, great job, Pig. Keep it up, bro. Thank you very much, Sir Paul Scholes. You're an absolute legend. I appreciate you a lot, lad. Appreciate you, my son. And thank you for subscribing there, by the way. I can see that we've had Amy Black has just subscribed to the channel. Thank you, Amy. And if you guys are new like Amy Black, hit the subscribe and have your say in the live chat. We're going to get into a big Q&A in a little bit. I'm just going to get some things off my chest, give you the rest of the latest. It's not only that he's been slagging off as well, guys. He's only gone and slagged off Wayne Rooney as well. It's like he's taken all the gloves off. The gloves are off and he's just fucking laying to waste everybody that's ever slighted him in any sort of way ever. He's also given it to poor Wayne. He said this about Wayne Rooney. He said, I don't know why he criticised me so much. Probably because he's finished his career and I'm still playing at the top level. Okay, well, you know, no need to go after little Wayne, is there? You know, he might have said some things like Lionel Messi's his favourite player ever, or he thinks Lionel's the best ever. That's really what it comes down to. That's why Ronaldo's not happy with Rooney, because Rooney said Messi's better. That's what it comes down to. That's how much ego Ronaldo's got. He doesn't like Rooney anymore because he said Messi's the best player ever. That's basically what it is. So, you know, whichever way you look at it, guys, it's terrible what he said about people like Ragnick and, of course, Ten Hag. That's the big one. I can't get over that one. I can't get him saying that he doesn't have respect for Ten Hag. That's really bugged me. So, as far as I'm concerned, he can go. Let's have a little vote in the chat, guys. Smash a 1 if you think Ronaldo has already played his last game for Man United. Smash a 2 in the chat if you think he will feature for us again after the World Cup in some capacity. Let us know what you think, but I don't see how he can ever really feature for us again. Ten Hag's not going to want anything to do with him. Half of his teammates are not going to want anything to do with him because he's completely undermined what they're trying to do. And a lot of these players have mad faith in Erik Ten Hag, and they're trying to believe, and they're trying to pull in the same direction. They don't want some doubter saying some bullshit on the sidelines, do they? Zamy Assey says, Pig, do you think Maguire will ever get a statue, modern art for 2022? Yeah, I mean, I think he does already have a statue, mate, or that might be some sort of a bollard for for traffic flow. I don't know, but I think he already does have one. Zamy Assey near there. Lots of ones coming in the live chat. Everybody, Marty J. Everybody think he's probably not gonna work out too well for him in the long term. He's probably never gonna play for us again. Yeah. Red Devils Gamer says he is a statue. That's true. Just wheel him out there. Yeah, precisely, George G. There you go. He says, Pig, if this is how he's talking, imagine how toxic Ronaldo has been in the dressing room. Yeah, and Piers Morgan. You've had to go on Piers Morgan to discuss it. Piers bloody Morgan. Of all the people. You know, what did he do? Phone up Piers Morgan. Piers, shithousers unite. Let's do an interview, mate. You know, let's cause a few waves. Shithousers unite. You know, why does it have to be the ultimate shithouse Piers Morgan? And, you know, just the timing of it as well, before the World Cup, after United games. He's sacked off the last 2 games at United as well, just goes to show you where his mentality is at. So, you know what? Fuck Ronaldo. There you go, guys. I said it. I loved the guy. But this behaviour is untenable. His position's untenable. I don't want him to play for us again. I'd rather go out there and see Martial or Rashford play at the top of the pitch than somebody who's coming out disrespecting our coach. It's not like Ten Hag set himself up to be a legend at this football club yet. Who knows, one day he might be. He's so green to the game. He's so new to Manchester United. You can't write him off just yet. And for somebody like Ronaldo to be publicly doing it is a fucking disgrace. Right, yeah. Okay. So thank you for your comment here, by the way. I'm sorry, I'm just trying to catch up with the comments here. Piers Morgan's a loser, says Oh9. Well, he's a scumbag who does phone tapping scandal and shit like that back in the day, and I just don't like him. I think he's an absolute piece of shit. And for the fact that Cristiano Ronaldo's gone and teamed up with him just says a lot. Pal Marius, thank you so much, bro, for getting in your super chat. He says, wonder who the leaks were last season. Interesting. A lot of people were banding it at, you know, a couple of goalkeepers. Some people said it was Hendo. Some people said it was Grant. Maybe it was the GOAT Ronaldo after all, lad. Who knows? There is going to be FIFA after this, Bailey Burns plays. I've just had to jump on and talk about this latest breaking news because it's absolutely unprecedented and just ridiculous, man. I mean, a couple of months ago, whatever it was, Ronaldo did say he's going to do a tell-all interview. He's going to do that. What good will it do? Well, it's not done him any good. It's not done him any good at all, I don't think. Super chat. And he's trying to say that he's doing it for the good of Manchester United and he's prepared to be, a scapegoat or whatever for it if it takes a rebound. I mean, that's not going to, him leaving this football, that's not going to affect the ownership of this football club. That's not going to affect it. Certainly not when he's talking about how, how he doesn't respect the coach. Thank you very much, Jonathan Gallagher, getting in. It says, Ten Hag not learning, park the bus versus Fulham Pigs, says Jonathan Gallagher. Yeah, very poor. Gashtastic second half, mate. But, it's early doors. We won the game. It's early doors for him. Jonathan, it'd be nice to go out there and play swashbuckling and tackling football the whole time. It really would. But I still think if you look at how fit the players were in the second half as well, man, they were barely running around, which makes me think that, this squad is seriously lacking. He can rotate. He can put youngsters in there and stuff. But we know we need signings. We know we're a few signings away from where we need to be still. We know if we get one or two injury problems, we've got issues. We know the defence is not quite where it needs to be. You've got Malacia playing out of position on the right. Lindelof's come into it. Got Meg for one of their goals. It's like, we know where the problems are in this team. And they're going to still be there until we get new, better players in at some point, which will happen. But we need more transfer windows. He's only had one. Secondly, I agree, his tactics were piss poor in that game and that half, parking the bus and everything, man. So he's got to try and be proactive and change and learn. Definitely. Is he changing? You're saying he's not? We'll see. It's still early doors, isn't it? It's still early doors, but I must say today we were shite. Yes, there is, Jamie. There is a FIFA stream tonight. Matty Quinner, thanks for the super chat, lad. He says, I'd rather see Maguire up front than Ronaldo now. Me too, lad. Me too. Absolutely spot on. Me too. Oh, no, wait. No, sorry. That's not true, actually. I wouldn't. I'd rather see nobody up front and we just play with 10 men, to be fair. But, no, fair enough, Matt Gwynner. No, I know what you mean. I would as well. Because at least Maguire, say what about Maguire, right? He's never done this. He's come out and said things what are bollocks in the chat, like things like he thinks, oh, there's so many different managers that rate him. Why is he getting the team and all this stuff? It's because he's a great player and all these different managers, be it England or United, all these managers. He might say bollocks, but he'd never come out and said things like, oh, the manager's a disgrace or the manager doesn't respect me and I don't respect the manager and stuff like that. That would be crazy. Chloe Jenkins, thank you for your £2 super chat again. She says, he has put Bruno and Dallo in an awful position. Yeah, that's a great point as well. Awkward, a little bit awkward over there at the old Portugal national team setup there, isn't it? Awkward. I guess it doesn't really affect those two guys too much if Ronaldo goes soon. Those guys are getting on well without Cristiano Ronaldo in the team. Bruno was getting on a lot better without Cristiano Ronaldo in the team before Ronaldo came. So personally, although it may seem that, it's awkward, but maybe it'll be the making of somebody like Bruno Fernandes who gets that mantle back. He had to take a back seat to Cristiano Ronaldo last season, and he went from being the Portuguese Magnifico to the Slagnifico pretty quick. So I think it's probably going to do wonders for somebody like Bruno, but we'll see. Thank you, Chloe, for your super chat, man. Absolute legendess. Let's go. There is a FIFA stream tonight, Jamie C. Yes, lad. I'm just going to get into the live chat and discuss the latest news with you guys. So there's expectations that Ronaldo will almost certainly be leaving in January. There'll just be obviously a new club, some sort of agreement Manchester United will have to make. Ultimately, if you've got a footballer who doesn't want to be here, and you're paying him 500 grand a week to be here, it makes sense to cut your losses and just let him go somewhere else, doesn't it? For chump change. It really does. If there's another team that's interested and he wants to go and play for less money, just do it. Just get him gone now. It's got to that point. I would have never said just let a good asset go. But it's got to that point. See you later on, son. See you later on. Or you go the other stance. You say, you know what? Who the fuck do you think you are? Billy Big Bollocks. See you later on, son. Fine 2 weeks' wages every single 2 weeks. And you are trading with the reserves. And if you don't turn up to training, you're just going to get fined, mate. And we've got your contract until the end of the year. Have fun playing zero football until then. Maybe that's another way of doing it. But you are costing yourself. 2 million quid a month just for spiting them. So that's an expensive spite tip there, you know. Right. Okay, so even Jamie Carragher's making sense, guys. Even Jamie Carragher's making sense. Look what this twat said. He said, Ronaldo under Erik ten Hag announced that he wanted to leave, refused to come on as a substitute, walked off the bench and left before the game had finished. 99% of United fans will be on the side of Erik ten Hag, which shows how badly Ronaldo has handled this. You know you're in the wrong when Carragher's making sense out of the situation. Cristiano Ronaldo, he's absolutely right. Carragher's absolutely right. You know, I think 99% of the fan base are backing Ten Hag on this one. I will. I definitely am. Because it's not Ten Hag who's been the public aggravator here. He's just doing his job and trying to do what's best for the team and doesn't want to be undermined, doesn't want some prima donna ego who's not playing well to be in his team stinking up the place. And he's made bold decisions based on the form of Ronaldo and what that does to benefit the team. He's made bold selection choices. Whether or not they're good or bad or you agree with them, they're definitely bold, and he's not shied away from dealing with the tough ego personalities or the tough decisions. So you've got to respect Ten Hag already. You'll back Ten Hag all the way, says Chloe. Right, okay, who are we backing then, guys? Erik ten Hag or Cristiano Ronaldo? What do you reckon, guys? Who are we backing on this one? Let us know. Thank you, Fire Up. Jody Philander, thanks for being a member for 23 months, you legend. Let's get a hashtag 23 in the live chat. Appreciate you so much. Thank you so much, Jody Philander, for being a member for 23 months. Let's get a 23 in there. It says Erik ten Hag used CR7 to show the team that status means 0. Spot on he did, and rightfully so. Made a damn right exhibition out of him, but still gave him a chance to come back into the team. Did allow him back into the team, did allow him chances, but just made, like you say, sent a perfect message to the squad. It doesn't matter who you are. You have to perform, you have to play well, you have to take your chance, you have to put in the same direction. You have to work hard for the team. And if you do that, you can be in his team. And if not, then you cannot. And so you're spot on, Jody. He set that, he laid down that gauntlet pretty quick to the team that, look, you have to do things my way, the Ten Hag way, or it's the highway. And Ronaldo doesn't obviously want to do things Ten Hag's way. Bradley MUSC says we must keep our attention on Glazers and getting them out. Mate, I respect that, dude. I like what you're saying there, bud. And always, which is why we talked about that as the first thing at the start of this stream, really. The fact that one of the only things that Cristiano Ronaldo said that I agree with in his interview is the fact that he is, that he is critical of the ownership of this club and that we're not going in the right direction. Because we're not really. The owners, you look at what they're doing, what they do to this football club, the dividends, the lack of full investment in all areas, not just the playing staff, but in all areas. It's pretty evident then they're not doing their job right. So I agree with what you said about that. And that if he was just doing an interview to highlight how disappointed he is with the fact that United is not massive at the moment because of the owners and that there's problems with facilities and the squad investment, yada, yada. If he'd have said a couple of things like this, we could have dealt with it. He would have still never played for Manchester United again, I'm sure. But we would have respected it. He would have made a public, martyr of himself to oust the Glazers. But you can't be critical of Rooney, Rangnick, Ten Hag, and everybody else he's been critical of as well in this whole situation. You can't do that. And that's what he's done. Therefore, he's overstepped the boundaries, and it's gone from being something that I can support, which is a Glazers out campaign, to being a let's undermine Ten Hag campaign, or let's throw my toys out the pram because I'm Billy Big Bollocks Ronaldo campaign. Can't get on board with that. Couldn't agree more. No, I see, I'm not so sure, Jaden. He says Ronaldo is trying with United fans to get the Glazers out. See, I don't see it that way. If that was the case, great. Let's have a little chat about the Glazers out. But as I've just mentioned, he's not just left it there, bud. He's talking about, he's saying he doesn't respect Ten Hag. How is that fair? Ten Hag is a good manager. Now, he actually said about Rangnick, he said, I never even heard of the guy. Okay, fair enough, Ronaldo, that's pretty harsh. But, that's okay, fair enough. But Ten Hag's the current manager, and you have heard of him because he's been a Champions League manager for several seasons, doing well with Ajax and winning Eredivisie. He might not be a top Premier League or La Liga or, but somebody's got to get their chance somewhere. Just so happens he's got his chance at Manchester United to do that. Back the manager. Help him. Don't hinder him. But unfortunately for Ronaldo, he just cares about the fact that he himself as a player is not either being utilised the way he wants to be utilised, or the team is not being utilised around him, to play a certain way that benefits him. And so he feels like it's not working. But in his heart of hearts and in the back of his mind, I think he's not trying 100% out there for Manchester United, because he's got doubts in what's going on. And those doubts, in my opinion, are actually mostly with Ronaldo because of his poor performances. Jordan says Ronaldo's gone from a legend to a disgrace. He's certainly heading that way, man. He's heading that way. Like, not disrespecting your elders. Precisely, Rajat Felicia. That's right. There's respect. Ten Hag's not going to match Ronaldo for the playing career, but he's been a coach for many years. He's got experiences. He's got ideas. And you can't just completely throw them away by doing what Ronaldo's done. Right, let's get into the live chat completely here, guys. Let's see what you legends are saying for yourselves then. Thank you so much for every single one of you that's in here. Make sure you smash that like button. Hit the thumbs up on it if you haven't done so. We're nearly at 200 likes. By the way, hit the subscribe also if you're new to the channel. If it's your first time here, we're on here most days giving you the latest United news, all the breaking news in a no bullshit way. So do get yourself in here and subscribe and have your say in the chat. Right, okay, let's see what you legends are saying for yourselves. We're going to have a Q&A for a little bit here now and get in there raw with your thoughts and opinions on this whole Ronaldo shithousery interview that's coming out. And I'm sure a lot of you have seen the clips. There's plenty of clips that are going round of Ronaldo and the excerpts from the interview, all of which seem pretty damning to me. I'm sure there's going to be more coming out as well, because obviously the full-length interview is not out as far as I'm aware yet, right? So anybody know when that will be out, by the way? The full-length, unedited, uncut guff from Cristiano. But certainly this is a kick in the bollocks. Thank you very much. Jamie Robinson says, hello Piggy, new here, love your content, you're funny as fuck. Thank you, Jamie, I appreciate it, my son. Thank you so much. Rushmano says, gutted. Ronaldo's lost your respect, says Jordan Griswold. You agree all what Ronaldo said, says Illa United. I mean, even if you do agree with it, you can't, as Ronaldo, you shouldn't be agreeing with the fact that he's come out and said the things he said about Ten Hag, etc. It's only November the 13th. How are you going to write off a manager already? Just because he doesn't do what you want him to do or pander to your every need. So, no, I disagree. I think Ronaldo has to backtrack on this. He can't be saying things like this about Ten Hag. Jessica Amanda Ellis, what's going on? Welcome in, Jessica Ellis. Says Wednesday and Thursday. Okay, thank you so much. So it's over 2 days, is it? Yeah, I know. Piers Morgan's an ultimate shit stirrer, Butters. Absolutely. Yeah. Tom says, sorry, I'm not going against Ronaldo like you all are doing. I know he's done, but I'm thinking it's Piers Morgan fault for brainwashing him. I mean, is that a serious comment, mate? I'm guessing not. I mean, Piers Morgan's an absolute shithouse, but he does not possess the powers of mind control, the Jedi mind trick, mate. Ronaldo's his own person. He's got his own strong feelings. What Ronaldo is doing is using Piers Morgan just as much as Piers Morgan is using Ronaldo, for a platform to administer this bullshit housery tactics from him. This is what it is. He's using him just as much as they're using each other here. Love and respect for Ronaldo, says Fun Zone. I mean, look, over the years, the guy's a legend, but this is pretty despicable to chuck everybody under the bus like that. Oh, Big Bear, Piers Morgan's absolutely foaming at the, what, over the prospect of getting Cristiano Ronaldo on there. Sub 2 says, Pig, not going to lie, you guys are stagnant with the foundations and facilities, but CR7 just lit a massive fire at the club that will ultimately get the things you want faster. Maybe. I don't know. I'm not so sure about that, pal. All he's done is turn the spotlight onto him in a negative fashion. The problems is that it's not just if he's just said that about the Glazers and stuff, we just gone over, that wouldn't be a problem. We'd be all praising him, saying he's taken one for the team. He's not said that, mate. He has said that, but he's also said some other very negative things, mate, in regards to Rangnick, in regards to Ten Hag. What he's basically saying is the appointment of Ten Hag is just not good enough for Manchester United, right? But if you actually analyse where Manchester United were at, we tried big names, we tried various different approaches. Somebody that's showing mad prospects as a exciting attacking coach, as he was at Ajax, is probably somewhere in the right direction we should take a punt on. So he's only just started. How can you write him off so soon, like Ronaldo's done? It's despicable. He's getting paid $500,000 a week. Shut the fuck up. Play football. Leave in Jan, you twat. Who does he think he is? You know what I mean? It doesn't make any sense. Respect goes on both sides. Precisely. How is it respectful to leave your teammates early, etc.? Yeah, Berber says we aren't losing prime Ronaldo like we did in 09. We move on. Yeah, true. If Ronaldo goes tomorrow, it's like we're not really overly that bothered. It frees up a lot of cash for us to go to be able to sign an exciting player, to be fair. And I love Ronaldo. I absolutely love the guy. But this is a bridge too far for me where, you know, he can't play for us again if he's done this, which he has. Andy says, Pig, sure, Ronaldo is mostly in the wrong, but for once a player's outed what's wrong with the club, this interview is most likely months old when he stated he'd release a tell-all interview in a week. Even more reason why it's pretty gastastic timing, you know, about pretty gastastic timing, mate, just to do it right now. So, again, happy for him to highlight those things, not happy for him to say things like he doesn't respect Ten Hag, man. Look at this statement. He says, I don't respect the manager. What the fuck, bro? Look, I've got no issues with him saying the Glazers are disgusting. More power to him. You can't say this, bud. You can't say this. Can't say this. I don't have respect for him because he doesn't show me respect, even though he was a captain a week ago. Fucking joke. Ronaldo's lost the plot. G-Wolf United Gaming. Oh, how goes it? Thank you for the super chat, my you legend. Get in there. He says, Ronaldo being a tosser doesn't deserve another game. Yeah, I'm with you, G-Wolf. That's it. Last time he's going to play for us, sadly. I can't see a way back for him, and neither should he, really, with this sort of an attitude. So, there you go. Ronaldo's a shithouse. It happens. We've got to move on. Nobody's bigger than this football club. Certainly not somebody, you know, who isn't even really being that effective for us at the moment. Yeah, fair enough if he's scoring a hat-trick every week, then maybe he can start to throw his weight around a little bit. But he's actually not doing that. He's actually been shit for us this year. That's the even more bizarre thing about it. Thank you, G-Wolf, for the super chat, you ledge on. I appreciate you, my lad. Mark Harris, what's going on, dude? Yes, lad. Mark Harris, he says maybe he can make the teas at half-time. That'll be a £500,000 a week tea boy, but I'd rather him do that than undermining Ten Hag and what he's trying to do with the team. On $500,000, exactly, Mark Harris. Lewis says that Ronaldo interview is bad. It's over between United and Ronaldo, but he's given us a real chance to get rid of Glazers. Well, yes, no. Listen, everybody knows that, guys. Ronaldo doing an interview saying the facilities are shit and the jacuzzi's a gash is not going to fucking change the fact we all know the Glazers are proper shit houses, for fuck's sake, guys. Look, this is dirty now because I spilled some stuff down it, but I've got fucking Glazers out merch, guys. We wear fucking t-shirts around here saying Glazers out. We know we want the fucking Glazers out this fucking football club, guys. What's Ronaldo doing slagging Ten Hag off? That's not going to get the Glazers out any sooner, is it? That's not going to help the team on the pitch any sooner, is it? It's just ridiculous. It's just absolutely ridiculous. Thank you, the Hoop Man. Yeah, get your merchandise at flyingpigclothing.com. Hashtag Glazers out. Stinging Pluto says he won't play for United again. So they might just terminate his contract. Yeah, possibly Stinging Pluto. I wouldn't put it beyond it. A while ago, I said, no, there's no way they're going to lose an asset like that. But nowadays, well, he's going soon anyway, isn't he? He's going soon anyway. Yeah, please don't spam in the live chat there, guys. Take 5 minutes and chill. Case later says, but players, high-profile current players never speak out like this. No, I mean, look, I praise some of it. Like I said at the start of the show, I praise what he said about the Glazers. That's fine. Very much not happy about what else he said, though. Zane, thank you for getting your super chat in here, my friend. He says, I don't like Piers Morgan because he pushed for lockdowns, destroying jobs, while he went to work and earned lots of money. Yeah, I mean, he's an absolute shithouse. Same here, I say, that's your reason you don't like him, fair enough. I don't like him because he hacked dead people's phones to get information and voicemails off them to make stories out of him for a shitty newspaper. That's why one of the main reasons I don't like. Oh, and because he's a fucking smarmy wank bag. There's another reason as well. There you go, Bell691 as well. Stuff him and put him in the superstore. Yes, Pig, absolute scummery is the Hoop Man. Yes, spot on. Pig Ronaldo said the tech, etc. is outdated, but he didn't actually outline the Glazers as bad owners. Well, there you go. You see, we're reading between the lines there. Exactly. So we've had to even read between the lines. So yes, he said things like, you have to destroy it to rebuild it. They start with me. For me, it's not a problem. I love Man United. I love the fans. They're always on my side. And he also went on to say, yes, things like some things inside that don't help us reach the top level, such as City, Liverpool, and even now Arsenal. He also said things like nothing changed at United, not only the jacuzzi, the pool, even the gym, even some points of technology. The kitchen, the chefs who I appreciate, lovely people. I thought I would see different things. Technology infrastructure. So, yeah, I mean, you're absolutely right, bud. Where's the quote saying these Glazer owners are the scourge of this club? They're a cancer at this club. Man United would be not held back if it wasn't for the shithouse Glazers. Where's those quotes? Where's those quotes? No, instead, he's putting the boot in on Ten Hag. So let's not pretend like he's being super noble here, trying to highlight the Glazer shithousery and solely that reason alone. No, he's depressed because he's being made to play second fiddle. That's what's going on, and he hates it. He can't stand it. Yeah, fair play to you, Shoma, for my son. Fair play to you. Thanks for your highlighted comment here, Ants Football and DJing. Appreciate it, my man. Thanks for being a member for 23 months. Let's get a hashtag 23 in the chat for this legend. He says, why speak to Piers? Exactly. That's what I said earlier. Why speak to the biggest shithouse in the game? Shithousers, assemble! Just joining up to unite in ultimate shithousery. That's what it is. Disgusting. Absolutely disgusting. Right, let's get into the chat. By the way, guys, we are 2 likes away. Just 2. No, sorry. 2 subscribers away from 67,400. Just 2. Is there 2 of you legends out there? 2 of you legends out there who haven't subscribed. If you're new, hit the subscribe, smash the like and all that jazz. So we're going to have to stop saying that now because of the blatant disrespect of this guy. You know what I mean? I used to like saying, "Sue," and all that. I'm not going to do it anymore, mate. It's a blatant disrespect, this. Yeah, well, there you go, Sir Donoli Piglioni, precisely put in AJ. Piers has a following, and he kissed Ronaldo's ass the last time he had an interview with him. Yeah, absolutely. Smarmy bastard, isn't he? Thank you, Lee Clements. Lukaku 2.0. What's going on there? He said, sorry, I can't pronounce your name there, my friend. I'm going to call you Peter. He comments and says, Erik Ten Hag told from the start in the Netherlands the news that CR7 is not in his plans. He preferred Martial over and over again. He left the armband to fucking Maguire. Well, last year he was our best player at 37. Well, he was our best player last year, absolutely. But this is not, this is actually, oh, what's going on here, guys? Why has Phil Jones popped up on the screen? Hang on, guys. Hang on a sec. Let's get rid of that for a second. Yeah, sorry. Phil Jones popping up on the screen. It's got to Phil Jones time. Get your Phil Jones emojis in there to ward off the evil spirits of Phil Jones. That's probably why this has happened, guys. Because of the evil spirits of Phil Jones lingering around the club. Still. Should he go in January? Yes, Abu. I think so now. Come on, he can't come back. How is he going to play for Ten Hag again when he said he don't even respect him? Can you imagine? Can you imagine? Ten Hag made him a captain a couple of weeks ago, by the way. And he said this, I don't respect him because he doesn't show respect for me. But he gave you the armband and allowed you back into the side after you were a complete shithouse baby. I'm very disappointed with him. Very disappointed. Okay, let's read out a bunch more comments, guys. We're going to just stay on for 5 more minutes to get to about an hour. Then we're going to go and do FIFA. But everyone, let's hear your last thoughts and opinions and comments on this shite then. I'm going to stick around for a few more and read a few more out. Joshua Whitfield says, what has Ten Hag done? Ten Hag has done nothing wrong. Ten Hag made Ronaldo captain and still played him and tried to make a team around Ronaldo. Exactly. Ten Hag's done nothing wrong, Joshua. He might not be playing the best style football at the moment, but he's done nothing wrong as a human to deserve this treatment for Ronaldo. He's done nothing wrong as a coach. It's early doors. He's got to show discipline. He's got to show a lack of favoritism. He doesn't want to play favourites, and he certainly wanted to come in and make everybody fight for their place in the team. You don't do that by handing out starts to players who are not performing well, whether your name's Cristiano or not. Yeah, what a way to ruin another win. Yeah, he's got a habit of doing this. You want to see Ten Hag and Ronaldo interview, says Tom Robb. No way back for Ronaldo, says Malps. I tend to agree. I just don't see how he can come back into it. Yes, Fat Chinese Gamer says, I love CR7, but sadly he has to go. I'm with you, FCG, but as much as I love him, he's made it impossible to continue. Big Bear says Erik Ten Hag has changed things. The team's actually been solid for once for some games. Yeah, and when the players are all fit, if Varane's in the back, I mean, that makes the world of difference. People will say, oh, the style, the tactics are awful sometimes, and sometimes that's true. But also, players help massively. If you've got beast players in your team who you can depend on, man, that's half the battle as well as a coach. When you have injury issues and you've got some melter or two coming in instead to fill the spaces, you're never going to be as solid, never going to be as good. Everything you've been working on, it's not the same. Fung Sire, thank you for getting your highlighted comment in here, buddy. Comments and he says, Sir Alex would be disappointed. Definitely, bud. Definitely Sir Alex would be disappointed. So in this interview, he said things like Sir Alex said he couldn't join City and Ronaldo followed his heart to go back to United, but he feels betrayed by the club, essentially. And he said Sir Alex knows. He said Sir Alex knows that the problems that faced at the club and that they're not where they need to be. And I'm sure Sir Alex does know that too, to be fair. We know the Glazers are awful. I have no problem with that part of what Ronaldo said. Rooney was right, says Abu Majahid. Yeah, there you go. We should ask why Slabby is still captain. Yeah, good shout, Mark Wallace. Makes absolutely no sense. You are right. It is bizarre. Don't know why he's talking to Piers either, AR, man. That's one of the big issues that pisses me off as well. I know. Black Hammer says, I love how he caused another issue on another day United wins. I know, yeah. Taking all the limelight, isn't he? Tarnishing all our victories. Imagine Keane in the dressing room. He'd be throwing punches at Cristiano if he was in there. He wouldn't let him on the coach. It's a disgrace and a nonsense. But in all fairness, look, Roy Keane said some things on MUTV which wasn't even that bad. All he basically said, well, from his words, is that, you know, that the team didn't play that well. They played shite, basically. You know, and they didn't like that. So they sacked him off. Goodness knows. I mean, this is 10 times worse. How toxic has Ronaldo been for the dressing room this season, says Leanne. Yeah, reasonably toxic, definitely. How can we all be positive and all sunshine and rainbows and all feeling like together, like they're together, when you've got people leaving early and running away and being a baby? Of course. We don't need this negative mentality, no. You hope Lissandro Martinez butchers Ronaldo at the World Cup. Go on, Tim Cloden. Snap him up, son. Yeah, Glazers out kerfuffles. Let's keep those Glazers outs coming in there. And once again, if you want to get some Glazers out merch, guys, $11.99 on my website, flyingpigclothing.com. Don't buy the Glazers shithouse merch. No. Buy the Flying Pig Clothing merch and rep Glazers out. There you go. Glazers in, says Connor. Well, you would say that, my son. I'll pin that to the top of the live chat anyway, if anybody wants it. But guys, we're going to have to pretty much wrap up this video here. But I just want to say thank you to everybody that's watched. We've got 67.4k subs. Get in there, Rushmano. We've just hit 67.4, everybody. So thank you guys for tuning in and subscribing to the show if you're new. Hey, Nate H, thanks for the super chat, bud, as well. Appreciate you. He says, been a while, Pig. I hope you're well. Thank you so much, Nate. I'm doing okay, bud. I'm doing okay. Thanks for asking, pal. All good over here, mate. Just very disappointed with Cristiano, my son. Happy that we managed to steal a win off of Fulham earlier, even though we didn't really deserve to win it and we were crap. We still managed to steal the win. I was buzzing about that. And now Ronaldo's dropped a bombshell, hasn't he? Twat bag. Don't just terminate, ban him, says Shoma Fool. I agree with you. Thank you, HM. I agree with you, bud. Purvis says Ronaldo lost disrespect to United, not just for the club, but even for fans. Yeah, so true. Strange behaviour this. Amazing how easy we turn on a player who gave us all because he highlights issues at the club. No, I don't know, Steve-O. There's a manner of doing things. He's highlighting some issues, and he's also straight up being disrespectful and undermining the actual current staff, coaching staff. I've got a problem with that. I don't have a problem with him slagging off the shithouse owners who have driven this club into the ground. I do have a problem with him actually negatively, directly impacting the team, though. The first team of players. They don't deserve to be to have this talked about publicly. They don't deserve it. Okay, FIFA is going to be around in a bit. Yeah, I know. FIFA stream tonight, Ben. I know. Crikey, mate. It's going to be a hectic day. It's a hectic day. We're 11 likes off for 250, everyone. So smash that like before you go. Make sure you drop the like on it. It's free. And also subscribe to the channel if you're new. Click the bell icon for notifications. You can follow us on Instagram, Facebook, Twitter, TikTok, and Twitch at Flying Pig United. Just want to say thanks for everybody getting in. Sorry if I missed any of your comments, but please do come back after this video is finished and comment your thoughts and opinions in the not live comment section, and we will get round to answering you, and everybody else can comment and interact and have a debate afterwards. So come back after it's finished and comment. People like Orlando or Olano, what's going on, son? Jonathan Gallagher, Kerfuffles, Abu, Jordan, Johnny, George, Primot, NTX, The Hoop Man, Connor Matthews, Jamie, Shane, Steve-O, Jordan Griswold, Rashad Falacia, David Watkins. Thank you, Aperba and Israel, for subscribing to the channel, and also Saziwa Charles. Appreciate you guys hitting the subscribe. And Ryan Mark Williams as well. Much love to you, bro. I know. Well, there you go. I know you called it, my son. Must Play, Compost Smurf, Steve-O. Who else? Ian Dawn, David, Tim, Merrick, Galord, Hoopman, Nathan, Connor, Rushy, Big Guy, Duncan, Bell691. Say my name, bitch. Bell691, Must Play, Tom Teasy, Jordan, Abu Lillis, K Slater, Donny Rovers, and all the legends of the channel. I really appreciate you all getting here. So we're doing a FIFA stream very shortly, guys. Give me 10 minutes. I'm going to jump on there, or 10 or 15 minutes. Going to jump on there. We stayed on here a little bit longer than previously anticipated. But that's the latest Ronaldo news, guys. It's disgusting news. It's a bad, bad situation. What can you say? Ronaldo's let us down with a lot of what he said. Not all of what he said, because I want to reiterate that I agree with some of what he said. But I do not agree in the manner of it. I do not agree in the timing of it. And I do not agree in what he said about his manager, or even the previous manager, really. I have a problem with what he said about our current manager. And it's not because I think, Ten Hag's doing a sensational job or anything. No, it's because it's just not the done thing. You don't undermine what the current coach is doing just a couple of months into the job. Give him a chance, Ronaldo. I'm disappointed in him. Very disappointed in him. So there you go. But we are going to be back on in a minute with a cheeky little FIFA stream, guys. So come and join us for that. I'll put it out to the top of the live chat. Come along and join us, and we can continue this Cristiano Ronaldo debate over there if you want. But I did have it set up, and I've had to jump on and do this. So we're a little bit ramsacked, crammed in there this evening with content. So give me 10 minutes, and I'll be back on. There it is at the top. Cheers, Johnny Gals, and all the moderators for moderating the chat. People like Rush Mano, Kay Slater, Johnny Gals, of course, and everyone. All the members in green, thanks for supporting the show. People like Duncan, Kerfuffles, Mr. Leo G, and just all the legends of the channel. Thanks for having your say. Remember, come back after this is finished and get your opinions in about Ronaldo. Come back and tell us what you think. Keep the debate going. What do you think about Ronaldo? Etc. Come and have your say. That's the end of the stream. Thanks for tuning in, guys. Appreciate you all being here. You can follow us on Instagram, Facebook, Twitter, TikTok, and Twitch at Flying Pig United. The gaming channel is Flying Pig Gaming. The website is flyingpigunited.com. The merchandise site is flyingpigclothing.com. And that's it from me. Cheers, dudes. Lillis, Hoopy, Bell, Ryan, Mr. Leo, Carl, Amit, Hoopy, Must Play, and everybody else as well. Good night, guys. Thanks for tuning in, but it doesn't end there. Stick around. Here's the link. Thank you, Ricardo Silva, for subscribing, bud. Here is the link to the FIFA stream. Go over there, smash a like on it. Even if you're not hanging out, just go smash a like on it, and you can go keep the debate going over there also. Good night, guys. Thanks for tuning in. Sort your bloody life out, Cristiano Ronaldo. You absolute toys out the prem, prima donna, overinflated, Mariah Carey, ego-loving fucking diva meltbag. Time for a change, my son. He's probably never going to play for Manchester United again. He's made his bed now. Time to lie in it. Get the shithouse Glazers out. Yes, I'm all for that. But I'm not for my team and my manager being disrespected in that fashion. See you later on, Cristiano, you big melt. Thanks for watching, guys. That's it from me. Catch you on the next one. Stay classy. And remember, when the seagulls follow the trawler, this is because they think sardines will be thrown into the sea. Thank you very much. See you later, you tosspot.